Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be aging some terracotta pots and potting up some tulip bulbs. So the supplies needed to create an aged look on the new terracotta pots are garden lime, dirt, warm water, some mixing containers, a paintbrush, and of course the terracotta pots. I started off by filling one of my containers with garden lime and the other one with dirt, and then added warm water to both. I went for a medium consistency for both, just because I wanted a little bit more residue to be left on the pots. So from here on out, I just used my paintbrush and kind of went with whatever design I wanted it to look like. I did use more of the dirt towards the bottom and especially underneath the ridges, and then did more garden lime towards the middle parts of the pots. Once the first layer had dried a little, I went back and added dirt to the creases and to the bottom of the pot as well. So here's the final look, and next we're gonna pot up some tulip bulbs. So to pot up the tulip bulbs, the supplies I used included bulb fertilizer. I'm using the Bulb Tone by Espoma, some potting soil, and tulip bulbs, which you can get at your local garden center or hardware store. I live in a zone 8, so I prefer to pot up tulips just because they do not reliably come back here tulip bulbs need to sustain temps below 50 for at least 8 to 12 weeks, and temps here in Texas tend to be all over the place in the winter time. Also, I live in a place where there's lots of rabbits and squirrels, and they tend to like to dig up tulip bulbs, so I find it easier to protect them if they're in pots. I purchased my tulips late October, early November, and I got these ones specifically from Lowe's, but you can also get them online. Some websites I use are Tulip World and Holland Bulb Farm. These particular bulbs need to be planted 3 to 5 inches deep, so I just filled the pot up with soil until it was about 4 inches from the top of the pot. I then added bulb tome and then placed the bulbs with the pointy side facing up and filled up the rest with soil as well. I then watered everything in, and we'll leave them out on like the porch area, or you can leave them in the garage if you want them to stay cooler for a longer amount of time. So since tulips do need that cold period, I pre-chilled my tulips, which means I just kept them in the refrigerator these last 2 months, and I just kept them in a small refrigerator because some foods do interact with the tulip bulb, so just be mindful of that if you keep it in the fridge with other items. So right here I'm just watering everything in. I'm gonna keep them in the garage for a couple more weeks just because it stays cooler in there, and then I'll also be potting up quite a few more pots as well, and then once it hits like February, I'll place them throughout the garden beds, and then hopefully we have a nice spring display.